Hi there, it's Connie-Rae. Welcome to another craft tutorial at stampityourself.com. Today I am making a little fuse star, a fuse shaker star card, if there is such a thing. I'm using the fuse tool and I'm making a little star, well it's not really little, a star that you can either hang on the tree or you can put money in or you can give to somebody. It's basically just a little quick tutorial on how to use the fuse tool and how I've created these little stars and popped in some bling and made a shaker kind of thing. So I'll get straight to it. Now what I've used is I've used the stars framelit dies from Stampin' Up. I have used the largest star, and I've also used the second largest star. The second largest star I have used to cut out some foam, which is this here, some glitter foam, and that just goes straight through your big shot, cuts out the foam beautifully. I've cut out 2 pieces of that, and then the bigger one I have used as a guide. I've run this through the big shot, but it doesn't cut the actual fuse paper or the fuse plastic, but it does give you the good imprint, and you can just trim around and cut it off so that you've got all your bits aligned and shaped and stuff like that, because you don't want to waste your product. So basically I've run two of those through as well. So I've cut out my stars and I've cut out my fuse plastic. The fuse plastic that I've used is the fusibles. Oh, this one here, fusibles. We are the memory keepers. I find that this has got 10 sheets in it of 12 by 12. It's great. Some people use other products. Some people use cheaper products. I find that this is quite a reasonable price, and it does really fuse quite well. I haven't had any problems whatsoever with it, so I love it. So I've used that to do 2 pieces of that. I've cut out my foam. I've also cut out a piece of blue cardstock, which I popped on the back of this star here. And I have just stamped my little sentiment and gone around the outside with my white pen marker just to highlight it. But the whole idea of it is just to make a little shaker card and show you how I've done it with the fuse. So initially, the first thing you want to do is to obviously compile your little star the way that you want it, with all your little embellishments, whatever they may be. Doesn't matter how it looks, it's entirely up to you. This one here is like a hello, and I've got these gorgeous little silver sticker things that I got at the shop the other day. You can put on the front to decorate them, hang them off the tree, put a name on them, and I'm going to actually put some money in behind one, just for the purposes of this demonstration, to show you how you can hang it on the tree and tease somebody with it. So that should be a lot of fun too. I've got no specific rules, rhyme or reasons on how I use this. I'll just show you how I've done it. Basically, the first point I have done is got my plastic, or 2 sheets of plastic, put my star aside. Let me just zoom in a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing. And just for the first point of reference, you want to do maybe just one corner so that your star is actually aligned. So it looks like that. So it's all aligned. So you're just zipping up that side and then flipping it over and zipping up that side, and just keep it in alignment. Basically, it just helps with your guide. Let me just bring that out a bit. Okay, so I've had my fuse tool on. I do believe that the best way to have this is to have it very hot, have it on from when you start your crafting, whatever it is you're making. Let it get really hot, press firmly with it and consistently, and look, I have no problems, and it works fine with these fuse tools, this fusible paper. So I've done my first corner without my foam star in there. And I've done that deliberately because it does get a bit thick and it does get a little bit tricky if you're not careful. So you want to make sure that you just get that little point first and then seal it in as you go. And that's basically the whole idea of the tutorial, is just how I've done it. And I just do it like this. I just put it on a piece of coloured cardstock so I can see what I'm doing. Let me just watch out for the fuse tool though, because it does get very hot. I've actually managed on more than one occasion to grab it and upset myself with myself. Okay, so you basically put your little star in place. You've already just done that one little corner, and I just basically put a steel ruler like this just down here, and right along the edge I just go from one edge to the other. I press firmly, and I'll show you exactly how I do it. Sometimes a little bit of a slant doesn't hurt, especially if you've got foam, because foam is a little bit thicker than the average stuff that you've got going on inside your card. Like that. And then I flip it over and I do exactly the same thing in the same spot on the opposite side. So, and it works just brilliantly. See, works just fine. So that's that bit, and then it doesn't matter which way you go with it, but it's probably best to work consistently in the same sort of location, because you want to be able to a little bit closer. And I find it just works really well. It just makes these really cute little decorations that you can do just about anything with. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep it in alignment. It can be a little bit tricky to maneuver, but it's certainly worth it. I find a bit of a slant is good too, because it seems to seal it in a little bit better when you pop it on a slant. Just go over and do that on the back as well, just to make sure, because I want to put some sequins in a minute to make it all blingy and shiny. So if it is hot, don't hold it down for too long, because it will melt the plastic. You don't want to do that, because then you have to start all over again, and then it does get kind of, you know. But I do like this. I've done a few things that I'm going to be uploading shortly on it, with gift cards and things like that, and it's just so easy and it's so much fun to work with. So interesting. There we go. Okay, so I've gotten that far. As you can see, it's all nicely sealed in. It's a gorgeous little star. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to sit, I use a glass and I sit my my fuse tool in my glass so that it doesn't burn me. So I'm going to add in some sprinklies. Just to pretty it up. Don't put too much in, because I find that if you do put too much in, it does get a little bit tricky to, it can get a bit thick. So then you sort of like, if you want to add something else, oh, and I have got lots of these all over the floor, mind you. Yeah, if you wanted to add some money or something in the back, it can be a little bit tricky to get something in the back of it, because then it just gets too thick. So, but if you wanted to, you could fold it over like this and slip like $50 in there. That's what I'm going to do for my son later on. So you've got that in the back, and then you can seal it up and hang it off the tree. How cute is that? And of course, you know, it doesn't have to be a star, but a star just looks so much far more interesting, doesn't it? Okay, I'll put a little bit more blingy in there, and then I'll seal it all off. You won't be able to get too much blingy in there because you have got the thick $50 note in the back, but that's okay. It'll hang on the tree just the same, and it will entice just the same, especially with $50 in the back of it. So you're basically going, popped your little bits that you want to put into it, and you're going back. I'll just use my ruler, or you can use your fuse tool ruler that comes with your fuse tool. Just go around and seal it all off so it can't be tampered with. No borrowing any money before Christmas. You can hang it on the tree. That is so cute. Okay, just about a little bit more. I am rushing this so that I don't hold you all up too much. But I've got to say, if you take your time with it, it works perfectly. You get nice clean edges. And if you need to work on a slant with it, don't hesitate. Okay, I think that looks kind of done. There you go. One little shaker card, all ready to gift to somebody. Like I said, I haven't got a lot of bling in there because I've got the $50 note in the back, but that is ready to hang on the tree like that. So I've already put my little sentiment in there, but if you wanted to, hypothetically, if you wanted to hide it, the $50 at the back, let's just say we can put a big Merry Christmas. No, that's too big. I don't like that one. Let's put little one here. Merry Christmas. Just stick it on the back like that. You can't see it, but it does say Merry Christmas. And you can punch a hole in it and hang it on the tree with $50 in it. How cute is that? And it's a shaker card. And you can probably get a few more little blingy bits in there, but it does get a bit thick because it's foam. And of course, you don't have to use foam. I've used the glitter foam. You can use paper if you wanted to. It doesn't really matter. But the principle of the star is really the purpose of me showing you. So if you're going to cut out your star, you need to use the largest star to do your fusible paper with, and the smaller star to cut out so that it fits in comfortably and you've got plenty of room to move around and create your little star shaker gift card with your money in it. And there you go. So that was it. I just wanted to show that. It was a really quick, easy tutorial. It's pretty straightforward, does work beautifully, and enjoy. And I will be back hopefully with a new tutorial shortly. Thanks for joining me. Take care and Merry Christmas until I see you next time. Bye for now.